Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live transfer stream. Tonight we're going to be talking about the recent Man United transfer news, the leaked pictures that have come out, whether they're real or fake or not. I'll be giving my opinion on that, and also I'll be talking about generally, would those transfers be beneficial for us at the moment, and what are the realistic transfers that will be coming in to Man United at this moment in time. If you are enjoying it, please do leave a like. Welcome Crazy Piece of Gaming, welcome Matthew Jones, welcome to the stream guys, thanks for joining. And indeed, United lads will be going live 40 minutes or probably just after this stream is finished, and I might be calling on that, you never know. So if you want to go check out United lads, link as always in the description down below. But we are going to be talking about obviously the very much up-to-date recent Manchester United transfer news, which was these leaked pictures that came today, which is in the thumbnail if you want to see them. Now, there are pictures of Toby Alderweireld and Willian in Manchester United kits. Now, obviously, a lot of people are saying that it's Photoshop. Some people are saying they're real. I'm not sure what to believe. I probably believe the Photoshop narrative, to be honest, because obviously we have this thing about not believing things which are too good to be true. But I do think that these sort of pictures have surfaced before of players who are going to sign. But I think that, with all due respect, these pictures do seem a bit contrived with the kind of white background and stuff. We remember back to Nemanja Matic, he was actually sitting in a place where people could actually go to. So, Willian and Alderweireld, sorry, my producer's just doing something over there. Willian and Alderweireld, are actually kind of standing behind a white screen, which is a bit kind of a bit weird. It's a bit weird to be doing that if it is indeed like a real photo, but you never know. But I do think that up until those photos came out, we have a realistic possibility of signing both those players. So I'm guessing that's really why this rumor does kind of work, because both the players we could potentially sign. Both the players in the photos we could potentially sign. Sorry if I'm stewing my words a bit here. Yeah, everyone liked the video, as Matthew Jones says. Everyone liked the video. Please do leave a like. I really would appreciate it. But yeah, we're just gonna sort of chat general transfer news with about 7 or 8 days. About 7 or 8 days left of the transfer window. So yeah, still got a lot of time left to make transfers happen. I do feel like on deadline day there's going to be a lot of scrabbling about from United, which means that deadline day will be very, very interesting indeed. So I might be able to actually do a deadline day stream. Creepy the Game says, do you like pizza? I do like pizza indeed. Matthew Jones says, what's making you laugh? Yeah, just my producer over there. Doing things to make me laugh. But yeah, he's got all the comments and things under control, reading all the comments, so that's good. But yeah, obviously, I'm going to talk first about Toby Alderweireld. Now, Toby Alderweireld, he's obviously one of 3 centre-back options we've had. Actually, recently, in fact, a few hours before I started the stream, we've been linked with Yerry Mina, who obviously had a decent World Cup with Colombia, scored a few goals for them, very good aerial presence, and I think is an all-round good defender. But we'll get onto him in just a second. But Alderweireld was the man in the pictures, and to be fair to you, I think he'd be a fantastic signing if he were to bring him in. Hasn't signed a new contract at Spurs. Doesn't look like he's 100% happy there, so I think it'd be a decent signing for us if we were to go in for him. Yes, obviously you've got the argument of the fact that he's what, 28, 29. We should be looking for defenders who we can build a dynasty around. But I think that I do think that Toby Alderweireld would be a decent signing for us. I'm not sure what you guys have to say. Would Toby Alderweireld be a good signing for us? Leave your thoughts in the live chat and in the comment section down below. Welcome Fortune, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. He says, I think those pics are fake. Yeah, I think I'm definitely leaning towards that. I'm definitely leaning towards that. I think, to be honest with you, I feel like the background is just too generic. It's just too generic. If they were like sitting in a place, I'd be less skeptical. Welcome Shivan Yadav, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, pal. Really appreciate it. He says they should sign a right winger. Sanchez, Rashford and Martial just can't play there. Well, it's a very interesting idea there. I do kind of agree. I think, you know, bringing in a right winger at this stage would be very, very good. And obviously, that is where Willian comes in. But yeah, I appreciate that idea. Matthew Jones says Mourinho is definitely frustrated with the lack of transfer signings. Yeah, I know. You can tell it in his press conferences, you know, talking about how Alexis Sanchez has no one to play alongside, and you know, everything just seems to be going wrong for him. He seems to be really, you know, piling on the excuses, piling on the kind of, oh, woe is me kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, he does not look happy whatsoever. Shivam says United must get a winger. Well, yeah, I do think a winger would definitely be a very good bit of business for us. And obviously, the man I'm going to go on to now, Willian, would definitely fill that role quite well at Manchester United. So I think that, you know, Willian, obviously, what, 30 years old now? Probably about 30 years old until he gets to play for us if we do sign him. And the thing is with ALDERWEIRELD and Willian is they both have that Premier League experience, which you know, I think Jose Mourinho looks for. They've got experience in terms of age, but also Premier League experience, so they can come straight into the Premier League, know what's about, and play, you know, to the best of their ability. And I think Willian would not be a bad signing for us. I think, you know, for Chelsea he's done all right. And I think with, you know, loads of pitch time and with him being one of the main focal points, I think he could really, you know, do well for us if we were to sign Willian. Obviously, there are other right-wing options. You know, Pulisic has also been talked about. You know, obviously we know he's a Man United fan since he's younger, and a lot of Man United fans like Pulisic because unlike Willian, Pulisic is only, what, 18, 19 years old. Still got a lot of time to develop under, you know, Jose Mourinho. So I think, you know, I think Pulisic is also someone who is being talked about as a potential right-wing replacement. Fortune says Mourinho is frustrated with the board. He wanted 5 players and got 1. Yeah, that is not great, is it? That really isn't great. But yeah, I think I hope we can get at least 1 or 2 more of the players that he had on the list, because I think it is pretty awful that, you know, Jose Mourinho saying, oh yeah, you know, actually giving a list to Ed Woodward and then him only getting 1 player, you know, one player. So, you know, that's not good business whatsoever from the club, and, you know, it's obviously Ed Woodward's not getting the job done. But hopefully the game yesterday and, you know, Jose Mourinho's comments can be the kick up the arse that Ed Woodward needs to go out and try and make some deals happen. Matthew Jones says, I've been impressed with Alexis in pre-season. Yeah, I think he's played really well, actually. He's been one of the main star players, along with Andres Pereira, who, by the way, has had an absolutely superb pre-season, you know, scoring that free kick as well yesterday. I was so happy he actually had a goal to show for it, but he has been performing really, really well, so fair play to him, and hopefully he can do it in the Premier League season as well, if he does get an opportunity, which I really hope he does. Matthew Jones says, Willian has experience but also pace that can stretch teams. Yeah, and he's also very, you know, he's not afraid to run at players as well, similar to Ivan Perisic, who again is another winger option we could potentially bring in. But similar to those players, you know, United foundation has been built on, you know, wingers who are pacey and are not afraid to run at players and cause problems. And the problem is we have kind of been playing, you know, Juan Mata on the wings, which unfortunately Mata is kind of not, you know, a really, you know, pacey, penetrating winger. So unfortunately, with Juan Mata on the wings, we do have to slow down our play a bit, which is unfortunate. But, you know, that's what happens, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, I do hope we can sign another right winger with a bit more pace, a bit more willing to run at players, and just make us look a bit more dangerous on the wings. Welcome, Mr. Money Gaming, by the way. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. And if you haven't already, guys, please do leave a like. I really would appreciate it. And also, if you are new to the channel, subscribe. We're nearly on 345 subscribers, so if you are new, please do subscribe to the channel. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Fortune says, if Willian comes, it should be under 50 million. If it's higher, we're overspending on another 30-year-old. Well, there you go. That is the thing with Willian. In fact, you know, he's 30 years old, isn't he? He's not a young player, and so the amount of longevity, the actual amount of time you'll get out of them is, you know, is it worth 50 million? Is it really worth 50 million? I saw some people saying if we paid over 40 million for Willian, then we're being absolutely mugged off. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the live chat. I'll read out all your chats and all your suggestions. Red Army MUFC, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining, mate. No problem being late. No problem, mate. Appreciate it. Matthew Jones, got to go. Hope to see you on my stream later, mate. Yeah, and guys, at 10 o'clock UK time, go over to United Lads. Link in the description down below. I'll be over there. Probably on call or whatever. They also do fantastic Man United stuff. So if you want more Manchester United stuff after this is done, go into the link in the description down below. Find United Lads, click on the link and go and check them out at 10 o'clock UK time for a great stream. Red Army AMFC says, I'd rather get ALDERWEIRELD. I'd rather get ALDERWEIReld than Willian. Yeah, I think, ALDERWEIReld will probably, strengthen our defence a bit more. And I think he has been kind of proven as one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League for the last 2 or 3 seasons. I think, when we talk about, when pundits and things like that talk about their kind of Premier League team of the year, he's always someone that's mentioned at centre-back or gets in. So I think ALDERWEIReld, if we're able to keep him fit, I think he'd be a great signing for United. Obviously, he is slightly injury-prone, which is a bit worrying, but there you go. Shivam says, I hope Fosu-Mensah gets a start too. They don't need a defensive signing. A centre-back would be okay, but the priority is a right-winger with Pulisic, Rebic or Willian. And I wish Perisic was there, yeah. No, I agree. I think, Fosu-Mensah, first, on your first point, I think Fosu-Mensah deserves, a bit of a chance as well. Did really well out on loan when he was at Crystal Palace. He did really, really well for himself, so fair play to him. And I think, with the options you've mentioned there, with Pulisic, Rebic or Willian, I think all 3 of them are decent options, to be honest. I definitely think, I think out of those 3, I'd probably go for, Willian. I think Willian, just because he's got that Premier League experience. Rebic, I'm not too sure about. Played for Frankfurt. Yes, he had a decent World Cup, but can that World Cup form be translated into kind of real form? I'm not sure. So yeah, that's what we're going to have to find out, I guess. But yeah, Perisic as well. I totally agree. I think Perisic would be a brilliant signing for United. Jose Mourinho has even said himself that he wants to see Perisic come to United and doesn't understand why we haven't seen him. So I think Perisic, for me, would be an absolutely tremendous signing for United to make. I think he's like Willian, but he's a bit younger, so we'd be able to get a bit more decent seasons out of him. He's not afraid to run at defenders, has a very, very good cross on him, which is really good. We need good service to Lukaku. I think Perisic would provide that. So yeah, I think Perisic would be a fantastic option for us if we were to get him. I'm not sure if we are going to get him, unfortunately, but you never know. Fortune says, I'd rather get Sandro than Willian or Toby. Well, yeah. Obviously, Alex Sandro, a lot of people saying that fullbacks are also one of our main priorities as well. I think, fullbacks, sorry, not centre-backs, fullbacks. And I think fullbacks should be one of our main priorities because, obviously, we've got Luke Shaw, Antonio Valencia. Darmian, I hope he leaves because I'm telling you, the performances he's putting in right now and the performances that he put in last season, I do not understand why he's still in a United shirt. I don't want to, batter him too much, but it's just, I don't think he's good enough for United. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I hope Darmian, finds a better club for him, goes to Juventus or something, and we can bring in a few better fullbacks. Obviously, we've already brought in Diogo Dalot, which has done us good, and hopefully he can get a chance as well. But I just don't think Luke Shaw. I don't think Mourinho likes Luke Shaw enough to play him. I think Valencia is probably going to play right back, and Ashley Young, I just think we could probably squeeze out half a good season of him left. But after that, I think you're just getting too old. Welcome, Liam. Welcome to the stream, Liam. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't already, please do leave a like. And I look like we have hit 345 subscribers. Thank you so much for that, guys. Really appreciate it. Here's to the 350th subscriber. And if you are new, please do subscribe to the channel for more Manchester United content. United Lad said, I'd give Shaw one more season, no more, no less. Well, there you go. I mean, the thing is, when I really hope we can see, more of Luke Shaw when he first joined United, because I think, Shaw really looked good. Unfortunately, with the injuries he got, he just, wasn't able to get back to his best, and it's happened to so many players down the years. They get an injury, and they just don't seem to get themselves back to their best, which is really unfortunate, because when we bought Luke Shaw, I actually thought it would have been, one of Louis van Gaal's good signings, alongside alongside, I don't know, Di Maria was a bit of a flop, alongside Ander Herrera. So ultimately, I think I wish we could see the Luke Shaw that we first signed, but there you go. Fortune says, guys, I don't know if people realise this, but Valencia has a lot of injuries. We would be screwed for right back because Delo is not ready yet. Yeah, that really is a, that is a point, to be fair. I think, Delo definitely isn't going to start, go straight into the first team and start. There's no chance with that at all. So I think if Valencia does get an injury, indeed, we could really be in trouble. So we need to look out for that. We need to keep him wrapped in cotton wool. But he does kind of pick up a few injuries. He picked up an injury last season, which did screw us up a bit. So yeah, I think bringing in another right back might be useful. Fortune, I agree. United Lad says Young did look old for England. Yeah, I mean, in the first few games he did all right, but I think overall his performances were, they were average. They weren't brilliant. They weren't great. I still don't understand how he got into the team of the tournament. I just do not understand that whatsoever. But there you go. That is FIFA's, pundits, whatever. Shivam says, what about Zaha? Interesting. Obviously, a player who we let go of in the past. And I think he has done very, very well for Crystal Palace, no doubt about that. I think without Zaha, Crystal Palace might have been relegated. You never know. So, Wilfried Zaha, is a decent player. Whether, Jose Mourinho's looking at him as someone to get, I think, a lot of Man United fans would say Zaha would be a decent option for us. Has already played for United, knows what it means to wear the prestigious red shirt. And I think as of right now, I think I'll probably go for Willian, but I think Zaha is still very much an option we should be looking for in the future to bring back to Old Trafford, because I do think after next season, I do think he'll be, looked at from some of the top clubs in the world. I mean, Chelsea seem to already be looking at him as well, so he must be doing something right. Red Army UNC says, Fortune, that's why buying fullbacks is crucial. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Fullbacks, I think good fullbacks as well, in the formation that we play and in the potential formations that we play as well are definitely crucial. So, I do think we need to bring in a few more fullbacks, but we'll see what happens before the end of the transfer window. And you guys, I'll be keeping you guys posted on every single bit of transfer news that we do receive. So if you want to make sure you're kept up abreast of all of that, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and leave a like as well. United Lad says, Fosu Mensah might do a job at right back, but he won't get played. Yeah, that's a disappointing thing. I think, Jose Mourinho, the fact that Fosu Mensah hasn't played too much in pre-season might kind of be a precursor to what we see in the Premier League season, where he doesn't get played too often, which would be a real shame, because I think he definitely has earned his place as kind of a full-back at United, or even a central defensive midfielder if he has to fill in the job there. So, yeah, I think, Fosu Mensah, decent player, really is a decent player, and I think in the future will definitely go on to do something special. United Lads goes on to say, I'm surprised no top club has snatched up Zaha. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery to me. I think Zaha has done very, very well for Crystal Palace. I do know that Chelsea are in for him, so potentially that deal could get done. But I think if Crystal Palace were able to keep hold of Wilfried Zaha, that would be an absolutely fantastic deal for them. I mean, it would be like a new signing, really. Keeping hold of a player who basically kept you up last season with his performances is an absolute, superb move from the board there. But yeah, I think Zaha in the future definitely will be someone I would like to go back to and potentially look at as a signing for United. And I think out of the players who we have kind of released, along with Memphis, I think, they've done quite well. So fair play to them, fair play. But yeah, I think, obviously ALDERWEIRELD and Willian are the main people we're talking about tonight. But I think, we've talked a bit about them right now. My last verdict on those two is the fact that I think if we were going to sign two players, I think it would be most likely those two players that we're going to sign, just because of all the hype and things like that. Zlatan Ibrahimovic said that we're going to do something special in the transfer window. He thinks Jose Mourinho's got something special planned. I'm not sure if that was just, propaganda or whatever, but I'm hoping it's true. Obviously, every United fan are hoping it's true, just to give us something to shout about with what's been going on in the last few weeks at United. But I would definitely welcome Willian and Alderweireld at United if they were to come, and I would support them all the way. Fortune says, what if we lose against Leicester? Well, To be honest with you, it would be pretty shit if we did lose against Leicester. You know, there's no doubt about it. You know, I think if we did lose against Leicester, you know, I think a lot of United fans would probably start to turn on Jose Mourinho even more. It is going to be a difficult game considering a lot of the big players that aren't at the US tour right now won't be available. So, yeah, I think you know, that is going to be a difficult game. Hopefully we can just get out of there with a solid performance. Hopefully we can give a few performances to some of the young kids as well, like Andres Pereira. You know, I hope he does play against Leicester because he really has earned his place. So yeah, I hope I do hope that Andres Pereira can get a spot there. Welcome Rasmus, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Please leave a like if you haven't already. Thanks for joining, mate. So yeah, we're just talking about Man United transfers, anything to do with that, anything to do with Man United. You know, it's a free-for-all tonight. You guys leave your thoughts in the live chat and we can discuss whatever you want to. Just to let you know, in around 20 minutes time, United lads will be going live on their YouTube channel. So go check them out in the link in the description down below. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic stream. So make sure you are subscribed to United lads. Link in the description down below. I might be on there as well. So go check them out. 10 o'clock UK time. So yeah, and as I said, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel as well, and all the other channels in the description down below. But we've talked a bit about Alderweireld. We've talked a bit about Willian. I want to talk about a few of the potential outgoings to United, and I've heard a lot about the Paul Pogba return to Juventus rumours. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this, but apparently, Juventus are lining up a huge deal to bring back Paul Pogba to Juventus. Now, obviously, already, Juventus have somehow managed to pry Cristiano Ronaldo away from Real Madrid, which was undoubtedly the signing of the summer. But it looks like, according to reports, they are looking to bring back Paul Pogba to Juventus in a huge deal. Now, if they're able to bring back bring back Pogba and bring Ronaldo to Juventus, I mean, what a massive, PR stunt that is. What a massive, PR success that will be for Juventus, as well as making them one of the best clubs in Europe as well. So, if they were to bring in Pogba, Juventus would be an absolute force, and I think would be one of the favourites to win the Champions League. Yes, they always are in that sort of area of favourites to win the Champions League. But if they were to bring Pogba back, that would be an absolutely huge signing for them. I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like Pogba is just not focused on that at all right now. I just don't think a deal like that's going to happen. But, we'll wait and see. I think if Pogba was to leave, I think a lot of United fans would say that's enough with Jose Mourinho, and they would start to really turn on him because, getting rid of Paul Pogba, would really put us down the shit. It would really put us in the shit, I've got to say, because, I mean, like him or hate him, not rate him or not rate him, he is one of our best players in that midfield. He is so confident, so, calm on the ball, and we need that with the players we have. And I think a midfield with him, Matic and Fred would look unbelievable. Obviously, Matic now has another piece of news, which I'm not sure if you heard, but Matic has to undergo surgery and won't be available for the first few games of the season. So, great, fantastic. Fortune says Mourinho versus LVG would have been an interesting topic for a video for when Mourinho eventually gets a sack. Well, there you go. I might have a look at that. Yeah, I think it would be an interesting debate. I think it would be. United lads says we'd love to have you on, Kieran. Well, I might just call in. Fortune says Pogba never going to Juve, 150 million after spending 100 million on Ronaldo. Never. Well, I don't know how much money their owners have. You never know, but I don't know. We'll see, won't we? Rasmus says, what do you think about Mourinho's comments saying that it's a waste of time to come and watch United, and also him wanting Martial to come back right after becoming a father? Yeah, Jose Mourinho, obviously he was really disappointed and really kind of angry. He was having a go at the referee, and you don't usually see that in a pre-season match. But I think it's some of the comments, some of the outbursts that he comes out with. Even I can't defend him, and I'm strongly Mourinho in, and I just cannot defend his comments whatsoever. I think it's just ridiculous. Footballers are humans as well. We need to respect that. We need to respect the fact that Martial, has just become a dad, and is is going to want to spend time with the baby and his girlfriend, and we have to respect that. And I think if Jose Mourinho doesn't respect that, I don't know. But there you go. Also, your point about saying that it's a waste of time to come and watch United, I don't think he really understands, because fans in the US pay a lot of money to kind of pay for the subscriptions to the TV to watch United play, and also stay up really late. So when United comes to town, they're gonna want to watch the team. They're gonna want to kind of get up and close to the players, so they've been watching their heroes. And I think if you've been watching people on a TV screen from 1,000 miles away, and then suddenly they come to your town or whatever, it is understandable you wanting to go and see them in the flesh, because it's a very unique experience, seeing your heroes in the flesh, watching them play in the flesh, rather than just kind of watching them through a screen. It's a very unique experience. So yeah, I think that comment what he made, I don't agree with it at all. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. United lad says we're at 8 likes. You're at 8 likes, please, yeah, leave a like, guys. Can we get to 10 likes? That'd be absolutely fantastic if we can. Please do help us out by hitting that like button. Rasmus says, I have to say I'm losing all my respect for Mourinho after his comments he's made lately. Well, yeah, I think you're in the same boat as a lot of Man United fans. There's no doubt about that. I think after the comments that Jose Mourinho are making, it's I think it's understandable, because they're very controversial. There's no doubt about that. Very, very controversial indeed. So I think it's very understandable to kind of get a bit be affected by them. I think it definitely is understandable, Rasmus. Fortune says it's a waste of time to watch United. You're leading that waste, FFS Mourinho. Yeah, I know. I mean that's the thing, isn't it? His style of football. I don't know. I do think as well. The fact that I agree. He is leading a team that everyone wants to see. You shouldn't be saying, "Oh, don't come and watch us," because also for the business commercial side of it. Yes, obviously, I don't like talking about football as a business, but if we're going to be real here, that's kind of what it's become. You want as many people coming out to watch you as possible. You want the fans to be in touch with the players and vice versa. And the more people that can come out to the stadiums and watch the players, the better, in my opinion. So, I didn't understand Jose Mourinho's comments there for me, but there you go. But yeah, obviously, obviously the US tour, I can understand how for managers of Man United it can be stressful, because when you go out on tour, you're away from England, and you're getting increasingly close to the new season, and all of your big players aren't there. I can totally sympathise with Jose Mourinho at the fact that sort of pressure and that sort of circumstances will make you a bit angry. But to come out with all the stuff that he's saying is not great for someone who's supposed to be an ambassador of the club. But there you go. But yeah, I mean, obviously we've got 2 more pre-season games. We've got to play Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena, and we've got to play Real Madrid as well in our last game on the US tour. So, that's going to be an interesting game to watch. Hopefully, it won't be as bad as the 4-1 drubbing of Liverpool we got. Rasmus says he's been making weird comments since last season. That comment after losing to Sevilla being the first one. Well, yeah, he just seems to have that sort of personality trait where, he'll come out and say things which I'm not sure if he means, I'm not sure if he does mean or doesn't mean them, or if it's just sort of a heat of the moment kind of thing. I don't know, but they're really weird comments. They definitely are. Fortune says maybe Mourinho is trying to get the board to pump some cash into the club. Honestly, what will these sponsors do except put money into the bank of the Glazers? Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Obviously, all these comments do seem to be kind of hinting, a subtle hint of the fact that, he's not getting what he wants from the board, and sort of the club isn't providing him with what he wants. And possibly, he is trying to give Ed Woodward and the board a bit of a kick up the arse, saying, you've got to go out and spend some money, you've got to go out and, buy players, you've got to go out and do this, because if we don't, we're going to fall behind. And I think Jose Mourinho as well, giving the list to Ed Woodward and the players not being, the promise of the players not being delivered on isn't great at all. So, hopefully we can get this all sorted out as well. Welcome Roberto Bedswick, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining, mate. Or welcome PJ7, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like if you haven't already, pal. Lad says, seeing Jose smile would do us the world of good. Yeah, I mean, I think on tour there have been a load of images of Jose Mourinho smiling, and I think it's not the fact that he's like really, you know, he's depressed or anything. I just think he's under a lot of pressure, under a lot of scrutiny at the moment. You know, a lot of the press writing stuff, loads of transfer rumours. He's under so much press, it is ridiculous. So I don't know. I think, you know, all that sort of pressure and things like that can do weird things to you. So yeah, I think that's why Jose Mourinho's in the kind of mood that he is. It's a bit of a weird mood, there's no doubt about it, but I think that's why he's in the mood that he is. But yes, as I said, leave a like if you haven't already. But also, guys, if you want to, please do follow me on Twitter. My link is in the description down below if you want to go follow me on Twitter at RedDevilWeekly. So yeah. Hi guys, I'm curious. So Red Army MC says, oh well, he must be professional. Yeah, I mean that is true. Oh, sorry, I was just checking my phone there. I do apologise. But yeah, no, I think that obviously, you know, the fact that he's getting paid loads of money from the club, there's no doubt about the fact that he might have to be professional. He does have to be kind of a professional. He does have to treat his job with a bit more respect, I think. But look, I think we can't really judge Jose Mourinho until we start the Premier League season, until we start to see the results. If we don't start to see the results, I think then we can start to judge Jose. But I think before we see the first kind of 5-6 games of the Premier League season, we can't really start to judge him, but there we go. Rasmus says, hopefully Mourinho won't forget about the absolute gem in the US tour, Andres Pereira. If he doesn't give Pereira any chance next season, I'll be absolutely fuming. Yeah, I totally agree. Andres Pereira is just... Pereira! Andres Pereira is definitely someone who I'd love to see get an opportunity, and I think really deserves an opportunity. You know, he's proved himself, you know, to be doing absolutely superbly, and just the way he plays is just what we really need at Manchester United right now. We need someone who's got the confidence to pick up the ball and look for a killer forward pass. We need that. We really need that. So, yeah, I mean, I really do hope he can get a chance, and hopefully he can get himself into that first team, and we can see him more regularly, not just in kind of, you know, Capital One Cup games. Roberto says, what do you think of my new banner? I haven't seen your new banner, but I will check it out, and I would urge everyone else to go check out as well. United Lads has the press are certainly after him, yeah, that is true. I think, you know, obviously he should be used to it a bit because, you know, being the manager in the public eye for probably about 10 years now, he knows what it's like to have the press after him, but... in the same time, I think, still, you have to say he is a human being, so he needs to deal with it, I think. He needs to deal with it in his own way, but I think, hopefully, he does deal with it. Roberto says, Mourinho will start Fellaini over Pereira, mark my words. Yeah, I know. To be fair, that is true. As you say there, Fellaini is Mourinho's golden boy. That is true. You know, Jose Mourinho was absolutely begging Marouane Fellaini to sign a new contract at Manchester United. I'm not sure what other Man United fans see in him. I don't know, but there you go. I think Fellaini, I wouldn't mind him if he was kind of a bench option for the last kind of 5 minutes, lobbing it up to him, you know, if he's up front. But, you know, having him as a midfield option, I don't like that idea at all. I really don't like that idea at all. But there you go. There you go. As I said, guys, we're so close to 10 likes. So if you haven't already, please do leave a like. I really would appreciate it. DLM75 says, why don't you watch my streams anymore? Well, I mean, to be fair, it does seem like my streams are on when you're streaming. So but I do apologise, mate. I really do apologise. And to be honest with you, I haven't really been getting the notifications for your streams coming through too much. I'm not sure whether that's because I'm streaming at that time, but I haven't really been getting your notifications, so I will try and fix that. I do apologise, mate. I do apologise. But I will try and fix that, and I will say this now. If you haven't already, go and check out DLM75. Fantastic overall football channel. Link in the description down below, so go and check out DLM's channel. Really would appreciate it if you could, and also go check out United Lads as well in the description down below. And also United Lads will be doing a stream at 10 o'clock UK time, so please do and go check that out after this stream is finished in around 5 minutes. Rasmus says, Mourinho absolutely loves Fellaini and McTominay. I don't know if that's just me, but I have not seen anything special from McTominay so far. Yeah, I think Scott McTominay, he's got a lot to learn. He's got a lot to go in his career, no doubt about it. I do think in the future he can become a decent player, but right now he is a bit average, let's be honest. He's not exactly, what we need in first team quality players. But, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. Welcome, Dazzler. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, I've added you to a call with Matty. Well, I will be on there in just a second, just after I end this stream. So if you guys are still watching this stream, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, guys, can we get to 10 likes? That'd be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I think I am going to end the stream now, actually. I think this is a good time to end. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched the stream tonight. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I am trying to do more kind of regular Manchester United content for you guys. So please do leave a like if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go and check out United Lads right now. Go over to their channel. I will be on there just after the stream for more Manchester United, news and stuff. We will be carrying on the conversation on United Lads. So go check them out in the description down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in just a second over on the United Lads YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit.